Wall Street for Main Street just crossed over the 3 million views milestone on our YouTube channel. Hopefully I can get to 20,000 subscribers very soon, although with the YouTube censorship, I doubt it with how slow the subscriber growth has been lately. But I really just am making this video because I want to thank everyone who's been a longtime loyal listener. For those of you who have stuck with me over the years as I've continued to work hard, read more books, grow out my contacts list, and try to improve. Hopefully you have learned a lot from the free content, videos, interviews, short videos, written reports that I've released over the years. I really wanted to help people. When I started this, that was my goal. I wanted to create basically a win-win scenario where I can make a good living helping people, and then build my educational technology company and become a hedge fund manager. But unfortunately, some of those goals have not been achieved yet, although I am very happy I've gotten to 3 million views. It's just taken a lot longer than it should. So going forward, I'm honestly not really sure what the future is going to hold for Wall Street for Main Street. I'm pretty sure that the free content that I'm going to be releasing on the YouTube channel, it's not going to zero, but it'll be probably, aside from next week when I have 2 more interviews booked, because I didn't know how quickly I would get to 3 million views, it'll probably be at most 1 new interview per week going forward, 1 new interview or 1 new short video per week. It might only be 2 or 3 per month for free that's released. And because of the censorship that YouTube has done, and the amount of contributions on the Patreon account is not enough, I think going forward, I think a lot of the content is going to have to be moved behind a paywall on our main Wall Street for Main Street website. I have a basic WordPress website right now. As you guys know, there were some problems with the last website before this one. It got lost and destroyed years ago. And so best thing you can do to stay up to date on news, what I decide to do going forward with Wall Street for Main Street, is not only subscribe to the YouTube channel, but also give us your email address, first name and email address on here if you're not already on our email address. Thank you if you are. We have almost 1,300 emails on the email address. I think I may also be writing a paid newsletter in the near future. I may start a monthly one. There will be small cap and mid cap growth stocks, turnaround value plays. If a company I think can be restructured over the quarters. I like the fantasy football analogy for fantasy sports is post-hype sleeper. I kind of like the turnaround plays. I've done very well with those investing in the past. I have a background as a newsletter investor, as a paid newsletter writer, working and investing daily, and I've also studied a lot of different investing methodologies for successful investors and traders as well. So I'm not just, a gold and silver guy. I was actually a value investor long before that. So I think at some point in the near future, I can't tell you exactly when, we will be offering some type of content behind a paywall. It will be either the quality you're getting now on YouTube, maybe even better, depending upon how many paid subscribers we get. Maybe some type of package deal with paid audio podcast content and short videos, plus maybe a monthly subscription newsletter with core portfolio long investments, and then maybe some optional hedged trades or shorts using puts for those of you who want to take on additional risk, because I've been pretty good with those calls over the years on Seeking Alpha and other places, in addition to doing consulting work for high net worth investors, regular retail people who paid me for consulting, and also hedge funds. I also want to publicly thank John Manfreda and Mo Dawood for helping me get this far. They're not with Wall Street for Main Street anymore, but I still consider them good people and friends, and I wish them the best of luck going forward. The other thing I wanted to talk about in this short video is a potential business partner. So I am still looking for a potential new business partner or partners. The thing is, when you're a U.S. citizen and you have a limited liability company or LLC in the United States, and I'm in our LLC, my LLC is in the state of Virginia, there are a lot of problems either adding someone outside the country who's not an American citizen to that. There's a lot of extra tax consequences and other things that need to be filed. And there's also a lot of problems with adding someone who is a U.S. citizen and who is, living in the state of California. The state of California, you purposely I don't want to go too into detail, but if you add to a out-of-state LLC, even in Virginia, which is a low-tax LLC, if you add someone from California, you purposely avail yourself to that state, then you start running up really high bills. So I am looking for a new business partners. They have to have either a certain amount of capital they can contribute to the business or a certain amount of skills. I have a long checklist. If you're interested in that, email me at my business email, which is wallstreetformainstreet@gmail. That's WALLSTFORMAINST@gmail. And we can talk there in emails. I know a couple of you a few months ago did email me, but you were out of the country. There was one in the United States, but the couple that were out of the country, it's just going to be too difficult with is looking at thousands of dollars extra per year in tax consequences to even add someone out of state. Out of the country. So unless you're willing to put in like a good amount of money into my business and or help me get funding for my educational technology company too, besides just the financial education podcast business and the newsletter, then it's probably not worth adding someone from out of the country into my company. Unless I turn into like a C corporation and start selling shares, maybe I could talk to a tax attorney about that. I'm not quite sure all the steps that would need to be done to switch from an LLC into a C corporation and then start selling shares. Because I think once you get above a certain number of shareholders, then you have to file with the Securities and Exchange Commission. And I have friends who've done this, and it's very expensive, and there's a lot of regulatory hurdles, even for especially in the United States. Okay, well, that's it for now. I just want to thank everyone for sticking with me, and I hope you've enjoyed all the content I've put out over the years as I've worked my ass off. There's been a ton. I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video. Lots of blood, sweat, and tears to get to 3 million views and just get to where I am now. And I know I get a lot more positive messages and comments and emails from you guys, but to get like the negative comments and the haters and trolls when I work my ass off, spend hours to produce content like this, if you continue to write this stuff, I'll just block you. I'll just block your ass. So it's just kind of ridiculous. I don't know if they know or don't care. Saying that mean stuff. I try to read a lot of the comment section for feedback and how to improve, and I like interacting with you guys. But the main takeaway here is there's just not going to be as much free content anymore, because I thought I could have made a good living releasing the free content and on YouTube and being able to sell advertising, either with YouTube, Google AdSense, and or with paid advertising deals outside of YouTube. And the reality of the situation is what has happened, in the last 18 months with the adpocalypse and with the increase in censorship and the slowing growth of my channel. It's just not going to be able to happen. So I'm going to continue to release content. There will still be free content for Wall Street for Main Street, but if you want super high quality content going forward, a lot of it you're just gonna have to pay for it going forward, either behind a paywall or some others. And my website hopefully will be upgraded too. But I thank everyone who's a Patreon contributor, and for those of you who have liked my videos, subscribed to my channel, are on my email list, and have shared the videos with your friends and family. Feel free, any constructive criticism or feedback or suggestions in the comment section. I know a lot of content creators are going to DTube and going, with those cryptocurrency things. From the social media and internet marketing people, to be honest, that I've talked to, they're telling me not to do that. I've talked with people who have built out other successful online and internet businesses. They're telling me I should have done this a while ago. I should have been moving more and more of my content behind a paywall. And, I think there'll be some type of package where you will get really high quality audio video content with a podcast and short videos, in addition to a paid investing newsletter. I'm not sure when I'm going to launch it. If I already had a good business partner that was competent with skills and or the website upgraded in place that could handle some of the tech support and the marketing already, I think that or could write and contribute to creating quality content, I think I would have already probably launched those businesses. But I don't want to risk burning myself out at this point trying to do every single thing by myself. handling tech support issues, even hiring people when you outsource them, and doing the content and doing the marketing. It just sounds like, the recipe for burnout. So thank you everyone for helping me get to 3 million views. I would be lying if I would say I was optimistic that I was going to get to 30,000 views, 30,000 subscribers very quickly on my channel, and also 5 million views. Maybe last year before the censorship on YouTube increased, that probably could have happened, but now that's just not realistic. So it would have been nice to get to 30,000 or 40,000 subscribers with the 3 million views. If you look at a lot of YouTube channels that have over 3 million views, they have, over 30,000 or 40,000 subscribers. And Wall Street for Main Street barely has 16,000 subscribers. Wall Street for Main Street needs your help. Since the middle of 2016, YouTube continues to increasingly censor and sabotage the growth and success of my channel with dramatically slower or no subscriber growth, a huge decrease in views per month compared to 2016, and well over $10,000 lost in Google AdSense revenues the last 18 months. I should have been way over 20,000 subscribers and way over 3 million views last year, but it feels like I am Sisyphus trying to roll a heavier boulder with more and more additional weight up a steeper and steeper hill. In the last few weeks, all of my videos have been set to demonetization by default, and I have to manually protest each video. This is in addition to even lower than usual Google AdSense revenues after the adpocalypse started over a year ago for me. This has also affected my ability to get paid advertisers to agree to deals not involving YouTube, as I lost $3,000 per month in paid advertising deals at the end of June 2017 because all my analytics are down a lot thanks to YouTube censorship algorithms that have intentionally kneecapped the growth of my channel. With YouTube /Google/Alphabet /Don't Be Evil strongly considering demonetizing or setting all libertarian, conservative, or pro-Trump content to private to prevent any sharing or monetization, it is imperative I have a contingency plan to figure out how to make a living off my content. Each 30 to 40 minute video takes a few hours of my time before it's released to the public. There's a strong possibility that in the near future, YouTube will force me to move all or almost all my content to a new video upload website that allows free speech or behind a paywall on my own website. Thanks if you have already made a one-time or recurring monthly donation, and thanks in advance for any future donations as I decide the future of my channel and what to do with my content going forward. We accept one-time donations on the Wall Street for Main Street website via PayPal, Bitcoin, or Gold Money. You can also become a monthly Patreon contributor for $1 or more a month if you want to help me out. And don't forget to like each video on YouTube and share it with your friends and family if you think they would like the content.